Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Is the Soul Leader. My name is Solita. I am back with another video. I wanted to talk about and make this a quick video about something I noticed. Today I was on my social media just checking it, and I came across something that I had posted November the 9th of 2011. And it kind of brought me to where I am now in my life because I'm like looking at myself like, wow, you were writing these things back then. So I wrote, you won't ever know till you explore. You won't ever understand till you experience. You won't ever learn until you pay attention. But we are all still in this class, which is life, hoping to pass each subject, which is obstacles, and have an award, which is wisdom, to show that you are aiming to be a scholar. I wrote that and I was 21. I'm in 22. That was 10 years ago. And I wanted to talk about that because that is so true. Like, I don't know what made me write that. Type that, but that is so true. I feel like you gotta look at the things in your life not as woe is me, oh, why is this happening to me? Because trust me, in those storms, you will learn great lessons. Now, there are some people who the storm will pass by and they still haven't learned the lesson. I mean, we all go through that sometimes. Might be something that we just seem to not learn. But when I think about what I wrote, I used to always look at myself as a student. I'm still a student. I don't consider myself no particular scholar because each and every day there's something to learn no matter how old you are. And one thing I noticed, like particularly with dealing with older women, is the disgrace how a lot of, not even just older women, older men, we don't have many of our older folk out here helping the youth. We have so many of them being in competition, like trying to dress like they're young, trying to act young, talk young, look young, be young, instead of embracing being old, instead of becoming wise and having that wisdom so that you could give back to the youth. If anything, so many people want to stay so looking young, but they don't want to do the things to be young. You could be 60 years old and still young in your heart. Being young in your heart at 60 doesn't make you immature. What it means is you have enough wisdom to know what life is about and how to live life so you find joy in life. And so that's what makes you youthful, right? But these older folk, these people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they doing it all wrong. I hate to tell you, they doing it all wrong because when I was about 9, 10 years old and I was saying older folk, those people like my grandparents, when they were alive in their time, a lot of those people are gone for a reason. The Lord went on and allowed them to transition for a reason. You got to really think about that. When I think about the people who have passed on in my life already compared to the ones that are still here, the ones that are still here for a reason. Whether you're young or you're old, it's something that you're supposed to be doing. And many of us are not doing it. Many of us has not taken heed of the things that have come into fruition that were prophesied in the Bible. It's like even people looking at what we have been dealing with for the past 2 years, like it's nothing. Like I can go into my job today and people will still not speak. People will still be thinking they hurting me, trying to be mean, or pay attention to what I'm doing, trying to worry about what I'm doing instead of minding their business. Pandemic ain't. Let me watch my mouth. What's going on now has not, you know, gotten to many people yet. They're still acting the same way, so I feel sorry for them. All you can do is pray for them. But when I think about the being in school, the learning, the obstacles, the trials of life, what I'm learning is that life will throw you many curveballs. But are you going to catch them? Are you going to throw them back? Or are you going to run to home base? That is the question. Because right now, I'm seeing like me, I'm running to my home base. Only for the simple fact that it took for me to go through something for so many years for me to really understand the importance. When I was 21, right? I think I put in one of my previous videos when I talked about manifestation and how I manifested. walking into what my purpose is, right? But all while I was walking into my purpose, the devil threw a pretty little shiny bow in front of me. And without me having the knowledge that I do have now, my soul was up for grabs back then, right? Not saying that the Lord was allowing it, but it was others that played on me being young, me being naive, me not knowing stuff. And I want to say, like, I feel like many people kind of deemed me as being weak because of it. And no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because listen, I find strength in my weakness. Do you? Because it's like, when I look at what I walked into, because I went in with green eyes. I went in blinded and with no experience in that particular area that I went into. And now I can come out with some experience. And now I can come out knowing the things that I went in blindly to. And I'm going to say it hurt real bad. Like, just now looking back, I could look at it and, like, be proud of that pain. Because it's that pain that I found my strength in. It was that... Oh, boy. Stop before you fall. It's that same pain that brought me to making these videos. And it wasn't just the pain that I endured from what I was going through. It was a lifetime of pain. It's like what I really went through was a multitude of things I had already endured. It was just it all... Stop, TJ. It's just it all just kept resurfacing. And it came to a head until it popped. And that only came because I was like in a place that I no longer wanted to be. And I cried out to God, and the Lord delivered me from all of that. And he opened my eyes so that I can see clearly what I was not doing, and I wasn't loving myself. And right now I'm on this self-love journey too. And I mean, look at me. I'm going to say all of 2020, I really thought that I was ugly. I thought I was unattractive. I felt unwanted because of who I was with. And I'm not talking about them like to paint them in a bad picture. No. I'm just speaking on the experience I had that made me feel unworthy. Because I feel like I spent too much time fighting for something that wasn't supposed to be. I spent too much time focused on something that was not giving me the same back. And it wasn't that I didn't deserve it and wasn't capable. It was more so because of the confidence and the light that I had coming in, and what I kept the whole time, the persevering and still stand 10 toes down regardless of what people were doing to me. Because I was being attacked left and right from people, like really mistreated. And I don't have to hide it because I know what my feelings tell me. It's more so like people talking to you like you a child. People acting like you can't teach them nothing. People telling you what to do with yourself or your own children. People just trying to take control of everything you do, your money, where you go, what you wear, who you talk to. All kinds of things. I ain't ever had to deal with that ever in my life. I'm so used to, like, if I meet a person and we hit it off, we hit it off. We don't. We just keep it moving. Not feeling like I was in some type of captivity. Like, I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be spiritual. I couldn't be myself. And now I have spread my wings and I'm soaring high. I won't ever allow myself to get in a situation like that. Like, when I think about the whole beauty and the lesson of it is that it led, the things I endured led me closer to God. The things I endured led me to a more humbling place. It led me to who I am today. Like, I'm looking in this camera and I'm looking at myself with those same eyes I used to look at myself in. I don't define my beauty by my outer looks. It's like from the inside, you know, the Lord began working on me so that that light in the inside can come on the outside to you all. You know, like, for instance, how can I put it? Like, how bright this light is coming through the room. That's what I feel right now. Because for a long time, let me sit back down. I felt like, let me see, you see how dark it get when I sit like this? But now I feel like this, with all this light right here, you know. And I remember when I was in cosmetology school on my graduation day, and my instructor, Mr. Jackson, he gave a good speech. Like, he stood up for me, and I never had that. And I always pay attention to the people who see me, you know. And he called me the light, and he spoke so highly of me, like, even to the point where another guy recently, with this group that I'm in, just it's like a ouch. It's a parenting class. I didn't have to, but I wanted to, because I'm always striving to just be better. Stop biting me. And you know, and he did the same thing. And I didn't know how to take that. You know, people helping and complimenting me and seeing my work. But it wasn't for them to see. It's for me to see, for me to know, you know. And I'm at the point, like, I'm trying to stop TJ for you fall, trying to accept compliments and not turn them down, you know, because sometimes there will be people that come into your life that know you when they see you. And you cherish those people, you thank those people, you be great for those people. Don't spend your time with people who don't value you. That's why I'm making this video, because I spent so much time with somebody that didn't value me. You know, I've dealt with so many friends, false friends, associates, whoever, who people will be in my face smiling, taking everything from me, whether I had little or a lot. And then they'll go look for the greener grass, like a better friend, or somebody that got more money, or somebody that can cater to their needs. Because these people don't go looking for people that's like you. They go looking for people who, they go looking for you and other people. Whether it's your man, your homegirl, your mother, it don't matter. These same people that don't value you, they'll go try to seek all of you out of different people, and that won't even happen. When they can't find it, they try to come back, or they be too much of a coward to apologize, and they stay gone. And that's where they need to be, because that's where cowards belong, gone, right? And when I think about these things and the abandonment issues and healing my childhood wounds, it was like I realized why I had those issues. Because try having a mom and a dad, right? And they both abandon you. Not in a sense of they leave you alone, but try having one don't do nothing for you. They acknowledge you, but because they so caught up in their own life, you know, I forgave my dad for that, because when I kind of understand his story, it's just like, well, you made your bed and lying, and so you can't expect for us to be, you know, all calling you and stuff. You know, I don't do it on purpose. It's just more so my dad taught me how to live without him. But I also was able to tell him that I forgive him, because I understand. It's like, why would I be mad at y'all and I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, I'm still accounted for, I'm still living my life, I still have learned things, I still have done things, I'm still doing things, I'm still out on this mission to make sure many people can learn to love and heal themselves without having to sit around a broken relationship, without being abused, without being around fake friends. I'm trying to teach y'all to love yourself, because I'm learning it now. I thought that I had to go through all of these things just to make videos. And no, the Lord said now, because you already been through a big portion of it. So give back. And while you giving back, you can grow with them. That's all I'm trying to do for y'all. Like, because it don't feel good. I was alone. I ain't had nobody. I ain't no grandmother, grandfather to run to. I had no home to run to. I had no friends. I mean, it's a lot of things that... TJ, can you stop? It's a lot of things I didn't have in the moment when I was in my darkest place. Like, it really felt like I was being pushed by myself. Like, everything left. The friends. I was no longer really in tune with my family. A lot of things. TJ, can you stop? It's a lot of things that this boy is being real annoying. I already know what's happening. This message is getting out. The message is getting out. The message is getting out. But I'm saying though, like, when I look back at where I came from, if y'all only knew, I came from a household where there was bloodshed, where people ain't love each other, where we barely had food. I come from a place where I walked around for a whole year with holes in my shoes and nobody knew it. I mean, where I only had 5 pairs of jeans and I was sleeping in my grandmother's dining room. I mean, you couldn't even imagine when I... Stop. Hush, hush, hush. Every time when I look back at where I came from being that little girl that everybody talked about so bad, from being that little girl who wanted her mother and father, from being that little lonely person that had to teach themselves so much, that had to grow up so early, that had to take care of a sibling on their own until somebody came away to take that burden off of me. You know, I didn't get to be a child. But I'm being a child now while I'm adult. And not in a bad way. I'm living my life. I'm happy. I'm playful. I'm funny. I'm getting everything I want out of life. You know, because this is how you gotta look at life. For those of us who was born TJ, stop. For those of us who, hold on, let me lay him down. Hold on. You want some milk? Where your bottle? Where your bottle? Because you're not about to keep disturbing me, boy. I don't even know what you did with it. You must have rolled it in the floor or something. But you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to stop. I'm going to leave you in here by yourself in your crib. Go to the bathroom and finish. Yeah, sit right there. They want to hear you. They want to hear you laugh, but they don't want to hear you talking over me. But anyway, you know, when I look back at all of that stuff, it's like what I see happening right now for all of us that come from nothing, that was last and stuff. I clearly see us being put first. Because there's so many people who had things given to them, had a life handed to them. They can't survive right now. We got shortages and famines going on in the world right now. These people ain't surviving. They going crazy. They going nuts. I pray for y'all. I pray for all y'all who might be losing your mind right now, who ain't never had to fend for themselves. You know, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but at some point, you got to stop expecting your mom, your dad, and other people to do things, and do things for yourself. Be content in yourself. That's what it's all about. You ain't got to be, you 30, 40 years, 30, 25 years old, and your mom still buying your clothes. Or they still paying for all your schooling and stuff. Like, come on, people. Do y'all ever think that there is a creator? Do y'all ever think that there's a purpose behind all of this? Or y'all just think that y'all supposed to be out here just having all this sex, going to all these parties, wasting all this unnecessary money on cars, clothes, shoes, and hoes, all of these unnecessary things? Why all that money you put in the club and on that $500 car payment, you could be saving that. You could be building stores. You could be buying houses. You could be buying land, building up our community. But nobody thinking like that. Everything that I do ever since I had that first vision at 21, when I wrote those things and manifested those things, it was never about, oh, Celia just want to do it. Hell no. My vision has always been about a multitude of people. I didn't know where it came from, but it was put in me, and I'm acting on everything that the Lord is telling me to act on. It may not be the traditional way. I'm not one of those people that come on here like a Bible thumper. No, I'm not going to sit here and pretend. No, I'm not going to act like everything all peaches and cream. No, I'm going to, listen, I'm not even married. I had 4 kids. So that tells you right there that I don't do, I'm not going to say I don't do, but I haven't done everything completely like the Bible. And I haven't done a lot of things. I'm telling you, I used to do all kinds of, I don't even want to say it, but the Lord's telling me to say it, man. I used to do all kinds of mess. Oh, that is so hard to tell people that, Lord. I don't want to tell nobody my business. He's saying tell you. I don't want to. He's saying tell you. It's about to really make me cry. I used to sell my body, okay? At one point, I didn't have to. It just was something to do. It was fun. It was extra money on side of me doing hair. Do I regret it? Hell yeah. Because when I stopped doing it, it was awkward when you would run into people that knew you was about that, and they look at you and think, they don't do it now because I don't see nobody. But I'm talking about when I did, I just got tired of always cussing somebody else saying, I don't do that or whatever. And I wish that I didn't do it. I wish that I didn't. I don't want nobody knowing that. That was a secret, but Lord, like, no, let your life speak for itself. I don't do none of that. It's been a decade. I ain't sell no drugs. I ain't hold no drugs. That was back in 2008. This is 2021. I ain't did nothing that I used to do. I don't hang around the people I used to. None of that. I don't go in nobody's club. It's been, since 2012? It's been 9 years. I don't do a lot of things that I used to do. And I'm only speaking on it because I can sit here and tell you right now, all I look forward to is creating this generational wealth, not only for my family, not only for my kids, because ain't nobody leave me nothing. Ain't nobody teach me nothing about financial security. Ain't nobody teach me about the people and how mean they are. Ain't nobody tell me how to go get my own place, how to drive a car. Nothing. Everything I'm learning is just by the grace of God. But I thank God for putting me in them dark places. Because had I not grown up in that family and endured that, I wouldn't know how to defend myself. If I had not been in that place, I would not be humble right now. It's what I think about what I didn't have. I don't want nobody else to have to go through that. A lot of y'all been in some really cold-hearted families, being raised by narcissists, being done dirty by your friends, by lovers, whoever, being overlooked. Everything I'm learning, I'm giving back because somebody needed. I ain't had nobody. I had to turn to the internet to help me with my peace. I went to my Bible. I went to YouTube and the Lord direct me to Stephen Furtick. I thank God. He speaks to me every week. He speaks to me every day. Had I not found that, I don't know where I would be right now. It just came. It was just like, ever since, I never looked back. Because I was hurting really bad. I started noticing, like, right now, I'm not low. Not in my spirit, not in my heart. But my finances ain't so great right now. But I still got my home. I still got my kids. I still got shelter. I still can eat. I still got water. Can't nobody tell me get out no more. And I'm grateful for that. Because I never do stuff to people. Like, people go out their way to hurt me. I mean, to the point, like, it'll have you looking like, damn, what I do to you that you've been wanting to do that. Like, the moment and somebody say, you can stay with me. And the moment they say, get out, they've been waiting to do that. Is they thought that they was taking something, you didn't stop nothing because I kept going. And it's like now when they hear about me, it make them turn in their grave to the point that they sending me friend requests all on Facebook. Oh, I love you. Oh, I miss you. Come see me. You didn't love me. You wanted to destroy me. You were jealous of the great things that the Lord put inside me. I'm not mad at y'all. But you should be thankful that the Lord had graced you with my presence. Because once I took back my energy, a lot of these people's lives went to shame. And now that I see it and I know it, it's just like high and by. That's it. I'm forever grateful for the Lord speaking to me. I'm so grateful for the visions that he gives to me. Can't nobody take that from me. I don't care who denies that the Lord don't prophesy to me. Oh, please, always have. That's why no matter what obstacle I'm met with, I always excel. Because I do everything with intention. I do everything with love. I care about humanity. And I'm not going to ever stop loving people just because this world is cold. I'm not going to let this world turn my heart cold. It never could. It can't ever do it. You know. I'm bearing my soul out, y'all. I would have never imagined myself doing this a year ago. I thought I was going to be on here making my wigs and stuff. I thought I was going to be in here. You know, look, my mannequins up there. That whole closet right there. Complete every tool I need to do whatever. I mean, I got plenty of spaces in my room locked up with all the great things the Lord blessed me with. All this talent. I could be out here just showing them, but no, I'd rather be out here letting y'all understand what I've been through and how you can get through it. That's more important to me than doing somebody's hair. That's more important to me than decorating. That's more important to me than writing poetry or anything. You know, because I used to write music, but you know the music that the Lord said to me, nothing but gospel, nothing but uplifting stuff. You know, and it's not a struggle. Because I'm undoing everything I learned. Everything. So that I could be a blessing to somebody. Because there have been people who have been blessings to me. Elevation Church is a blessing to me. You know, I don't really have a church home. I have a church that my cousin is a pastor at. But I don't really like to leave my home because this is like my sanctuary. This is the place that birthed this channel. This is the place where I get my ideas and my creativity. You know, a place that's safe for me. There ain't nobody telling me to get out. That I can rest in. And on those days when I don't feel creative, I don't have to feel bad. Or like I'm lacking, ain't nothing broken, ain't nothing missing. You know. Yes. Hey. So I'm going to cut this video short, beautiful souls. I don't even know what title I'm going to give it. All I'm going to call it is my testimony. Because, you know, it's so much I have learned in my 32 years on this earth that people even older than me that haven't even learned. You know, and I want y'all to understand one thing. Wisdom comes with experience. And then also, one thing you got to understand that just because somebody's a particular age does not mean they know more than you. Don't mean that they have more experience than you. Don't mean they have more wisdom. All it means is that they walk the earth longer than you. That's it as far as in this time period. You know. So don't ever look down on yourself just because you're dealing with an older person. Or you got to work with an older person or a younger person. Whichever way, flip the roles, whichever way it go. Pay attention to people's characters. It's not what they say, it's what they do. That right there will tell you what they lack. What is missing. What is broken. You know, you got to be careful who you let in your energy. Because the only energy I let around me is my children. And those who deserve to be in my energy. I'm totally aware now not to just go mingling with somebody. Or just because somebody asks for my number to just go out with them. And don't work that way. You have to pick and choose a side. A lot of these people are really wicked and evil. And they come dressed all pretty. They don't come with horns. The enemy always come to kill, steal, and destroy. And they always come with a pretty bow. You better be aware of that bow. You better not unwrap that gift. So I promise you all that I'll continue to make these videos each and every time I come with an idea or a lesson, a blessing, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be posting. So peace and blessings for now. This video has been a little longer than what I expected. Till next time, let me help you and together we can help one another.